Hey guys, and welcome to episode 7 of Surgan's single player series, season 1. I'm down here in my mining area, and it's because I was looking for a specific ore. And no, it's not diamond. I did find some here somewhere. Where was it? Ah, there it is. It's this stuff right here. Mimikite. I did find a little bit of it. You can see I have 3 pieces, so that should be enough for what I want to do. I do have some up in my chest upstairs here. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way upstairs into the base. Go ahead and sleep through the night because it looks like it's dark outside. And I'll come back when we're ready to start what we're going to do today. You know, since I am getting these ores, and I'm tired of waiting for this painfully slow machine, and I really don't have the power just yet. Oh, I need some more charcoal. I don't have the power just yet to put overclockers in it because it's going to use up a lot of power. I think what I would like to do is go ahead and put that ejector upgrade in it. And, oh, am I running out of saplings? Yes, I am. Let's out right here. Let's go ahead and just grab a couple stacks. I'm doing pretty good on the wood, so I don't think we need to put too many saplings in here. So let's do, say, that should be good. And it'll continue to run and gather me more saplings, more wood, and, ooh, homes. I might put a sound muffler there, just to lessen the noise that makes too. But, like I said, I'd like to do an ejector, and let's go ahead and do 2 of them. So, for the ejector upgrade, I'm going to need 2 electronic circuits, which you've seen me make, 2 copper cables, 2 hoppers, and 4 pistons. I'm going to get everything together, and I'll go ahead and be right back, and we can put it in, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so now we should be able to make these ejector upgrades, and we'll make 2 of them. And the way that I want it to work is I want it to be automatically ejects to the west side. What you can do is shift and right click on a face. Say if I click on the top, it'll automatically eject to the top. But in this case, I want it to automatically eject to that side. So I'll click on this side of the block. And then go ahead and put one of them in there. And what that'll do is automatically eject into the furnace. And then if I put a chest right here next to the furnace, and I put this ejector upgrade, it will automatically eject into the chest. So the nice thing is now, I can just go ahead and grab a couple pieces of wood, 5 iron, go ahead and make me another chest, and turn that into a hopper. And throw this hopper right on top of the macerator. And any of the ores that I throw in here, actually I don't think ferrous can go in that. So let's just throw a little bit of cobblestone in here. Just so I have some more sand, because I have lots of cobblestone. And what will happen is, now it'll go ahead and macerate down the gold. And as soon as there's room in the furnace, it will push the gold right into the furnace. Basically like the thermal expansion machines, only we did it with upgrades. And then anything that gets smelted will automatically go into this chest, and I can just pick it up later. Oh, let's go ahead and sleep. And for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and throw my ferrous right in the grindstone. I'm not really going to grind it right now. I don't have a big need. I do have a good amount of... Where's the ferrous? There it is. I do have a good amount of ferrous, so it's not something that I need to grind down right this second. So why did I want more Mimikite? Well, let's just go ahead and grab 12 of these, because that's why I was down there. I was down there to get more Mimikite. And I want to grab these blaze powders. Now, one of the things that we can do with blaze powders is, as you know, one blaze rod can be crafted into 2 blaze dust. Let's go ahead and look up blaze. So one of them, no, let's do blaze dust. So 1 blaze rod can be crafted into 2 blaze powder. Or we can macerate it and get 5. We can pulverize it and get 4 and 50% chance of sulfur, but, you know, World Gen adds sulfur. Now, we can also go the other way. If we take blaze powder and we put 5 of them, now we can get a blaze rod. And these blaze powder I had actually gotten over in the desert, which we're going to be visiting this episode. So I have 4 of them. Well, I'm going to need a few more. So that's where this Mimikite comes in. And so 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to need 1 more, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to go and see if I can find 3 more Mimikite. And then I'll be right back and show you what we need these blaze rods for. And for right now, I'll just throw them in here. So I got everything now macerating up from my last run, and I actually found some ender lily seeds. I found a chest down there in a room with a spawner. So the nice thing is now we should have a way to make more ender pearls. Over the last couple nights I've been trying to get endermen, and I only got 2 ender pearls, so this will really help us out. So we should be able to, since we have end stone from the meteors, we should be able to just go ahead and let's plop it right down, say right here. I don't need it to be too far away, and that'll go ahead and grow for us. Now, I am running out of space here in my blocks chest, so I kind of want to take care of that too, and I'm going to need some more wood. So let's go ahead and very easily just grab 2 stacks. So those will go ahead and grow for me, and I like to keep them close by so that way it's loaded when I'm online, because most of the time I spend most of the time in my base. So we're going to need, we might as well make 3. So 3 slabs and a couple of barrels. And we can just go ahead and throw this wood in here so that way we have it for later. And I think for right now, a good place for me to put this is probably going to be, you know what, let's just put it right here. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to have 1 for dirt and 1 for cobble. So there's all of our dirt. Here's a lot of our cobble. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of it. 1 for cobble, and then might as well do 1 for gravel. I don't have a lot of gravel, but it's something that I may in the future have quite a bit of. Now, as far as sand, I have a little bit, and I am macerating some cobblestone, mainly to get rid of the cobblestone. So, you know what? Let's just leave 1 stack in there. Because we're not doing too bad on glass, so that'll give us another stack of glass. And what I'd like to do is, I did find some more Mimikite, so let's go ahead and create 1 more blaze rod, so that'll give us 8. And I'm going to need a little bit of iron, say 10, go ahead and grab some cotton here, and I should be able to turn cotton into wool. So let's go ahead and do 2 wool blocks. And I should have some black dye somewhere. Is it in? Yeah. So let's see if I can just do it with 2. So wool and then black dye. Yeah, black wool. So what I want to do is I want to make an ender tank. 2 of them actually, because you need 2 of them. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of obsidian, the 2 ender pearls that I do have, so it's a good thing that I at least got those 2. And I should have some obsidian in here. 4 obsidian. So let's go ahead and put all of this together. Oh, I need my crucibles. Oh, I'm going to need a little more iron. 2 crucibles, and I believe it's crucibles, wool, ender pearl, or blaze rods, ender pearls, and obsidian. 2 ender tanks. And now, by default, they're black, black, black. So let's just go ahead and set this one down right here for right now. And I have plans for this one. I no longer need cotton. And over in the desert, let me just go ahead and sleep real quick. Over in the desert, I found quite a few oil wells. And you know what? I think that's a good way for us to fix our power. So what we're going to need is a way to pump out that oil. So we're going to need a pump. And I don't want an IC2 pump. I want, what's a pump plus? Wonder what a pump plus does. Let's just go with a regular pump for right now. So we're going to need a mining well, which is some iron, an iron gear, some redstone, and an iron pickaxe. So I'm going to need a little bit of iron. And we'll just go ahead and grab, that looks good. Looks like I am starting to run low on iron, but I should have a good amount. Yeah, I have a good amount in here. Not a lot, but a good amount. And we're going to need a gear. Turn that into a stone gear. And turn that into an iron gear. We're also going to need that iron pickaxe. And we're going to need a piece of redstone. So redstone, iron gear, iron pickaxe, and iron on each side gets us the mining well. So to make our pump, we're going to need a little bit of glass, just like this, to make a tank, and then mining well. And that gets us a pump. Now, we're going to need a way to power the pump. And the best way is probably just with redstone engines, which are right here. So we're going to need some wood, glass, piston, and wooden gears. So let's go ahead and grab some wood out of here. And might as well just convert a good amount of it. So I'm going to need a couple of pistons, which means I'm going to need some redstone. So we'll just grab what we have right here. We have some iron, so let's go ahead and do 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just top it off right here. So 4 pistons. Let's see. A couple of wooden gears and some planks on top. Easy enough. and just enough. So 8 wooden gears, we have the planks, and we just need a little bit of glass. So glass, planks, our pistons, and our wooden gears. And that'll get us redstone engines. And we just need 4 of them, one for each of the 4 sides around it. We're going to put our ender tank on top, and we're going to need some levers. And I should only need 2. So I'm going to put this stuff away and go ahead and go out this direction. Right outside my base, go that direction, which I guess is, what's that? The sun sets in the west. So then that would be, let's see. So that's north, so south. So I'm going to go, well, I guess I could just look on my map, huh? So I'm going to go south, and I'll show you where the desert is. You know, after thinking about it, I don't really want to make the run out there. It's not far, but I mean, it's a good little ways. And I was looking in here, and I was thinking of ways that we could get there faster. And we do still have our bat box. So there's another item that we can make that'll help us get out there even quicker. And that's going to be a jetpack. I'm going to use an electric jetpack because it'll use up the bat box. So we're going to need some iron item casings. And let's just go ahead and grab a little bit of iron because I know I'm going to need it. We're also going to need probably a little bit of redstone. We'll just grab 6. A little bit of lapis. And some glowstone. And we're also going to need a little bit of rubber. Where did I put that other rubber? Might as well grab those too. So let's go ahead and make our electric jetpack. First we're going to need an electronic circuit, which we've made a couple of. And we're going to need a little bit of copper. So let's go ahead and make this into copper plates. Cut it into copper wiring. And we're going to need 1 iron plate. And just like we've made before, we'll go ahead and make our electronic circuit. Now, we don't just need a regular electronic circuit, we need an advanced circuit. So we're going to need some glowstone and some redstone. And redstone in the corners, lapis, and glowstone. And we have our advanced electronic circuit. Now we're also going to need those iron item casings. And we should be able to put everything together just like so. And there we go. We have our electric jetpack. So let's go ahead and throw this stuff away. And we'll throw these away here. Zombies are always causing problems. So this shouldn't take too long to charge up. And there we go. So it takes the same amount of power as the diamond drill. Now, one bad thing is we have to take off our advanced backpack to use it. But now we should be able to go ahead and fly right over. You can see the desert right there. Ow. Now, we need to be careful about our landings. But at least this will get us over this forest area a little bit easier. It looks like I'm having chunk errors here. I wonder if it'll go away or if I need to relog. I'm flying over it, but let's go ahead and relog so that way that chunk errors go away. There we go. Much better. Now, remember how I'd said that it had a little bit of issues when I reinstalled or I turned on Biomes O Plenty? And that's where this comes in. You can kind of see on the map there how it goes straight from the desert to the forest here. Not a big deal, but your map might be just a little bit different. And it looks like there was one of the oil spouts right over here. Right. Oh, here's a little bit of oil. So let's see if it goes down anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just a little pocket of oil, which is fine. We can go ahead and just use this up first. So let's go ahead and put everything down. First thing we're going to want is to put down our pump. Now, one downside though is this pump is not does not self-chunk load. So we're kind of going to need to make sure to either be here or chunk load it some way. I'll go ahead and put my ender tank right on top so that way it'll go ahead and put the oil right into it, and then we can go ahead and put down our redstone engines. We want to make sure to put one on each of the four sides here. Let's see if we can get out. There we go. And just to make it easy, I'm going to go ahead and put a lever here, and right on the other side I'm going to go ahead and put a lever right here. Now, it's going to take a little bit, but what it should do is it should start pumping oil right out of the pump here and putting it into our ender tank. Now, like I said, this is not chunk loaded. There it goes. So there goes the oil. It's not chunk loaded, so we do kind of have to stay around for it to do this, but I have those ender lilies growing, and the first thing that I'm probably going to make with the next ender pearl is a chunk loader. So I'm going to take a little bit of time, it shouldn't take too long, and let this ender tank fill up. And I'll meet you right back at our base. Okay, so we're back here, and we can see now that this is full of oil. And we can do a couple things with it. If we look in BuildCraft, there is a generator or a way to generate power that will use oil, and that is the semi-fluid generator. Now, it only creates between 8 and 32 EU, and that's most likely due to whatever fluid you put into it. So I kind of want to get, because I don't have a lot of oil, I kind of want to get the best use out of this oil. And the best use would be to turn it into liquid fuel. So there's a couple different ways that we can do that. If we look up fuel, you can see right here, we can use a refinery. I guess that's it. There used to be a couple different ways. Well, let's go ahead and make a refinery. So, a refinery. Now, there's also the Refinery Plus. It gets a little bit in depth. Now, it works, from what I understand, it works a little bit faster, but that's a lot of materials to make a Refinery Plus. So let's just go with the regular refinery. So we're going to need 1 diamond gear. Luckily, I've been finding some diamonds, so we're going to need 4 of those. We're also going to need 4 iron and 4 gold. Looks like it's getting dark again. So what we can do now is go ahead and go over here and make us a wood gear, turn that into a stone gear, iron gear. We've done this already. And now we're going to turn this into a gold gear, and then the gold gear into a diamond gear. And we just need a couple of tanks and some redstone torches. So we're going to need 2 pieces of redstone and 24 pieces of glass. So let's go ahead and get our redstone torches and our 3 tanks. Tank, redstone torches, and diamond gear. Gets us our refinery. Now we are going to need to power this some way. And for right now, I think what I'm going to do, let's see if we have a way that we can store stuff. You know what, let's just use another Buildcraft tank. And I'll just make 2 of them. We don't have a lot of resources right now, so some of this is going to be a little bit manual. I'm going to grab my buckets here, and I should have some fluiducts. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and pick this guy up right here. Actually, let's just use our diamond drill. And let's take him outside, where we already have a little bit of power generation. So what I can do now is, let's just throw down some cobble right here. And we'll put our tank right here. Oh, I'm stuck. It's a good thing I have a jetpack. So from here, we'll go and put our refinery, let's say right here. And we'll put our tanks right here. And I don't want that to connect. Actually, it's just items, so it won't cause a problem. And what we can do with our fluiducts is go ahead and go right here. And then from here, we'll go right to here. We'll turn this on, so it should start filling up our refinery. And hopefully that's enough power. Don't know if that's going to be enough to even get it running. Yeah, it looks like it's gaining power, but not enough. We might need a hobbyist steam engine just for a refinery. Well, you know what? This can serve 2 purposes. Let me go ahead and see if I can set up another hobbyist steam engine, and I'm gonna put it right here. You know what? I made a couple extra. So let's see. That's loud. I'm trying to think of how I can get. You know what? Let's just remove this here. Let's see if we can get some power generated to get this cleared out, and then we might end up moving this. So for right now, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean up this right here. And let's just do some fluiducts right off of here. So right here, and then here, and here. And I'll put my hobbyist steam, and try not to get stuck in a tree. I do want to put a sound muffler on this, but unfortunately right now I don't have enough wool yet. And right here, I grabbed a couple of wooden kinesis pipes. So let's do, well, why not do on top? And let's go ahead and whack these so that they face the right way. And then from there, we'll go ahead and use these stone kinesis pipes because they're not going to be generating a lot of power just yet. And let's see if we get it right to here. That should go ahead and power that. Oh, it looks like it made a little bit of fuel. Just not very fast. And what I should be able to do is go right off of here and there. And those should start to get filled up with charcoal. Let's go ahead and just grab some of the charcoal out of the engines that I already have set up. And full of water. And let's go ahead and just throw, I don't know, 16. Oh, that one's all filled up. And I'll just go ahead and throw some of this in here. Now, I don't know if my single engineer's toolbox furnace is going to be enough to handle all of these engines, but you know what, we'll find out. And I don't plan on using those engines forever either, so let's go ahead and make a few sticks and levers. Because we do need to turn these on. Let's see how that starts doing. There we go, it's starting to work a little bit better. Now these are gonna create more power as they heat up, and then what I can do is I can always rearrange this so that way these are powering my farm once we're done with the refinery here. I'm going to give this a little bit of time, and actually while it's doing that, let's go make a pneumatic servo, because we want the fuel to pump out into our Buildcraft tanks. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of iron, 2 pieces of redstone, and I believe it's 1 piece of glass. And glass. Oh, other way. No? Or maybe it's 2 pieces of glass and 1 piece of redstone. And there we go. Pneumatic servo. I wonder if I had one. Oh, it doesn't look like I did. Yeah, see, I'd like to put more power into that setup. And I'll just install this here and tell it to ignore the redstone signal. And that should start putting the fuel into our tank here. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time so that way it can finish clearing out the refinery, and I'll be back when we're ready to reconfigure some of this. Unfortunately, guys, it looks like we have hit that wrapping up point. So between this episode and next, what I'll go ahead and do is I'll let this run. I don't want to get too close because it is quite noisy over there. And I will let my refinery run out of oil. I'll go ahead and reconfigure these engines so that way everything's set up the way that I'd like it to be, and we'll come back next time and see how we can set this up in a more efficient way to generate oil or fuel for us. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.